Good job.
This is your fault, Goffe.
I hope you feel good, Goffe.
Jared's grandpa has dementia, and it's all your fault. And you're the reason you were at boot camp with me, and you're probably the reason my grandpa died too. And I don't want to point the finger.
Shame on you.
I really don't want to point the finger, but this is kind of all your fault. And we're back to the next episode of Fears to Fathom, part 2? Episode 2? It feels weird calling it episode 2 or part 2 when technically this is like episode 3 of Fears to Fathom, but it's the second episode of the game Fears to Fathom. I wasn't really prepared for this introduction.
The second episode of this level. Right.
Yeah, the second episode of episode 2 of Fears to Fathom. It's the second episode of episode 2.
Yep.
Does that make sense? You picking up what I'm putting down?
That's it.
Am I being clear and concise enough? Are people going to understand what's going on here?
I've picked up what you put down, and then I've put it back down. I've spun it around.
Okay.
I've picked it back up. I've examined it.
All right.
A fine-tooth comb and a magnifying glass, and I can tell you 100% that you are correct.
Okay, cool. Because as long as you get it, then I know other people get it. Because, like, you kind of set the bar. Because, like, you're one of the dumbest people I know.
Uh-huh.
So if what I said made sense to you, I can almost guarantee it's going to make sense to anybody watching the video.
Exactly. If you're the dumbest person I know, which you are, and you're explaining it to me, and I can comprehend it, coming from you, it works. So it's like, we are the lowest common denominator. Together, we are the lowest common denominator. Denominator. So,
yeah, I know denominator is a hard word to say.
We are the most accessible to everybody. Yeah. So what
we pretty much are the most accessible YouTube channel. A baby could watch us, and they could pretty much get the gist of it.
Baby Coco could watch us, and they could have fun, you know? Or Coco Melon.
You ever watch Coco Melon?
I was about to say. That's what I meant.
That show's lit, dude.
That show's fire.
That baby gets crunk, dude.
Coco Melon, dude. Everybody gets crunk. Everybody's lit on that show.
Yeah.
Everybody on that school bus gets hella lit. Like, oh shit, it's Coco Melon's theme song. Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
Jared, if you there's a full moon. I think that's a moon. Is that a moon or is that the sun?
Is this a werewolf story? I'm sorry to burst
your
bubble.
It's gotta be the moon, right?
I'm pretty sure that's the moon.
Yeah. Why is it so bright though?
Because the moon's bright.
It's not that bright.
Uh-huh.
Moon don't freaking... Room isn't luminescent as shit, dude.
When was the last time you were outside? When was the last time you looked at the moon?
12 years ago.
Moonlight's
a long time ago, but...
Moonlight's a real thing, son.
Look, I know moonlight's a real thing, but I've never seen a moon that bright in my life. That's not real. That's not what a real moon looks like.
Crazy for that one.
You're wrong. That's a fake moon.
I heard you talk about the moon. You were so wrong. I was like, wow. You were so wrong.
I was like, wow, he's wrong. That's not a moon. Never was, never will be a moon.
All this car, it's got no engine in it.
I don't know. I was really hoping that we could drive it because I'm sick of walking.
Well, I think it's safe to say.
Can I go this way?
I think it's safe to say we're at a part where it's.
I can't. What's that behind the tree? Where's that?
A tree, maybe?
Is that a bush? If anybody just happened to be clicking on this episode and they hadn't watched the episode before, right at the beginning there was a car and it told me to hit spacebar to get out of it, so I immediately assumed that that's what I had to do, and then I started walking down this long grisly road. And it's been about half an hour now, and I'm starting to question whether or not I was supposed to get out of the car or just drive the car.
Right.
And I'm still very conflicted about it. I still am not convinced I've made the wrong decision. But I am also really dumb, as we established earlier on in the episode.
Because if we compare this to the first episode, we had like text coming in like really fast. You know,
the first episode of Fears to Fathom, not the first episode of episode 2 of Fears to Fathom. You're talking about episode 1 of episode 1.
I'm talking about episode 1 of level 1 of Fears to Fathom that we played.
They're episodes, Jared. You got to call them episodes. They're not levels. They're episodes.
Episode 1, which was called Home Alone.
Yeah,
and that
it was Sweet Boys episode 1.
Our phone was going off, but that episode was centered around a home that we were inside.
Yeah. Right.
This one's much different, so this one's really hard to gauge if we're even doing the right thing.
Well, the other thing to consider is that in episode 1 we were a really popular kid, and in this one we play a girl named Holly who obviously doesn't really have any friends. So no one's currently texting her. And another thing to consider too is that time would just go by so much faster in episode 1.
Well, who's
Aiden? That kid sat down to do his chem homework.
Aiden was texting Holly. What's Aiden?
Let me finish. The kid sat down and did his chem homework for 4 hours, and we didn't have to walk down a road of chem homework for 4 hours. We clicked a button and 4 hours went by.
Right.
And this episode's not like that. We actually got to do the chem homework this episode. So if you consider that time, sure, we were getting a lot of texts, but so much time was flying by without us even doing anything.
So does this mean we need to get out of the car or stay in the car, and we need to periodically get out and inside the car?
What the fuck?
Is there something?
It's a bear. It's a bear.
It's
very hard to see, but it's a bear. It's a bear.
That was a thing.
It's a bear.
It's a bear?
Yes, it's very hard to see, but it's a bear.
That wasn't a bear.
You see it?
That's a bear. That's really big. That's a bear. Get away from that. What are you doing?
I can't bear to look at it anymore, Jared.
That's a bear, and we have no car to be inside of. We were extremely vulnerable.
There's a big chain link fence separating us. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, chain link fence. That'll hold a bear back.
Maybe it's electric.
You know bears climb trees, right?
Yeah, but are trees electric? Didn't think so.
Well, yeah, I mean, some parts of it have electric. Oh, this is the part you have to get out of the car. We are finally at the part you have to get out of your car.
No.
Yes.
No, that was supposed to stop us from walking.
Yes. Shouldn't have left the car behind. Had to move. Look. Okay. We're finally.
Okay, so 30 minutes later, she's like, man, I shouldn't have left the car behind those logs.
Now we're at the juicy part of the game. All right.
Now we're going to die.
She says,
Maybe.
Shouldn't have left the car behind 40 miles ago.
Yeah, she thought about that really late, huh? Like, I really wish she had that thought about 5 minutes in. Like, man, I wish I didn't leave the car behind. Jesus Christ. I guess that confirms it, huh? Probably shouldn't have been walking.
That confirms it. Now we're at a part where we are supposed to be walking. Unless we could have moved the logs.
We probably could have moved the logs, but I didn't do that either.
Well, should we go try?
No, I've made 2 mistakes in this game so far, and it was at the only 2 parts where a decision needed to be made. And I'm sticking to my guns here, and I'm wilding out. I'm loud and proud. I ain't going anywhere. I'm sticking to the plan.
Let's just keep trucking then.
I'm just trucking along. I'm committed.
Let's just keep seeing what the world has in store for us.
You know why I'm committed, Jared?
Why?
Because when I set my mind to something, and I mean when I really set my mind to something, there's something I really, really want to do. I'll stop at nothing to achieve it.
Yeah.
I don't care if a kid hops in front of me on a bike. If he's in my way, I'm gonna knock that kid over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step on that kid. I don't care.
You're gonna step
Kid's in the
on
way
that
between
kid?
me and my objective. I'm gonna step on that kid. It could be a baby on a bike. I don't care. I'm going to knock that bike over.
You're going to step on that baby?
I'm not going to step on the baby, but I might step on the bike. Teach that baby a lesson. Kid's going to grow up real quick.
He's going to be like, oh shit, my bike.
He can be like, "Ooh, gaga.
Google Gaga, my bike. Oh, why'd you do this?
He's like, I don't get it. I'm just sad. I haven't learned anything. You just broke my bike, and I don't know why. I'm confused.
I thought all in life was just happiness, and now I feel the exact opposite. Why?
At one point, I was happy, and then you stepped on my bike, and now I'm sad. I don't get it.
It's almost like there's a polar opposite to this feeling I was feeling, which honestly makes the other feeling better now that I have experienced this one.
That's like the most introspective baby of all time. Like, in retrospect, I'm glad this bad thing happened to me because it makes me appreciate the good things in life so much more.
That's how I
want some milk.
I hope my baby's like that.
Your baby will not be like that. Your baby's going to be a dickhead. Your baby's going to be like, Dad! What's for dinner? You're going to be like, chicken. He's going to be like, I wanted pizza, Dad! Why do you hate me, Dad?
I wanted Pizza Hut. I'm like, well, guess what? You don't got Pizza Hut, so you're either going to eat this, or
you're going to eat my ass.
Or you're going to eat my ass.
He's going to be like, gross, Dad! Although it's better than chicken.
I guess it's better than chicken.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You know what I kind of feel like telling people?
What?
I kind of feel like sharing what happened right before this episode started. So me and Jared were talking for a minute right before it was time to record, and then we were like, all right, time to play the game. I'm ready. You ready? Great. And we're getting all set up, and then I throw a big-ass handful of peanut M&Ms in my mouth. And I'm like, oh my God. M&Ms are so good. I'm munching and crunching in the mic. And Jared goes, oh, you got peanut M&Ms?
Yeah.
I go, yeah.
That's what I said.
He goes, oh, that reminds me. I got some ice cream. I got to go grab that ice cream. And I go, no, there's no time. We have to record. We have to record now. There's no time. He goes, I'm just going to grab ice cream. I go, no. Jared, you can't. We're ready. It's all set up. We have to go now. Now. Have your ice cream later. He's like, all right, fine. We start recording. And the first thing I do is throw another handful of peanut M&Ms in my mouth. Okay. I'm almost ready. Hold on. I just got
another reason I hate you. I'm going to get ice cream right now.
No.
All right, I'll be right back.
Come on. You can't do that right in the middle of the episode. Leave me alone. Oh my God. I think... I guess it's just you and me, guys. People watching the video. Firstly, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here. I hope that you enjoy the content.
I'm still here.
I
never left. I just want to see what you would do.
I was ready, dude. I was ready to take everything into my own hands.
Oh, you seemed very prepared.
Yeah, I didn't sound like insecure at all.
You were like, it's just you, me, and the floorboards. Very SpongeBob. It's just you, me, and the floorboards.
The best.
Finally!
Wear a striped sweater.
Now that I have you right where I want you, I like to buy all your chocolate.
I don't remember that. Is that from SpongeBob?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part.
What's wrong with you?
Is that when he goes door to door selling chocolate?
Yes.
Oh.
And it's the one guy.
I remember that episode, but I don't remember that part.
It was this one guy where, like, when they first started selling chocolates, they, like, went to the one house. And he was like, he was getting all mad at him. And then he, like, started chasing after him, yelling just, chocolate! And they thought he just, like, wanted to hurt him. And they go through the whole episode, and then they finally, the guy catches up with him. And that's when he's like, finally! They're all, like, weak and helpless. He's like, finally! Now that I have you right where I want you. And they're all like crying and sweating, just shaking in their boots. And he's like, I like to buy all your chocolate.
I think I remember that now. That rings a bell.
And they had a hard time selling the chocolate
twist.
all episode. Yep, it was a very good twist.
That was the M. Night Shyamalan twist right at the end of the episode.
Yeah, SpongeBob's like one of
SpongeBob
those,
was dead the whole time.
SpongeBob's one of those shows where it's like the writing was so good. It's like even though it was a kid's show, it's like you could watch it as an adult and it's like this is still good. This is a good show.
Yeah. Yeah, the writing in that show is really good.
My own dad.
It was really funny.
My own dad still watches it. He watches SpongeBob before he goes to sleep, he tells me.
Yeah, but doesn't your dad also still wear diapers?
He might.
Is it Huggies?
Huggies for men.
Huggies for men. I wish that they would advertise Huggies like they advertise like Bud Light.
For men.
Huggies for men. Shit your pants in style.
Do you feel like shitting your pants, but not going to the bathroom? Justin.
What?
Were we supposed to move those logs?
Yeah. Yes. 100%. We're supposed to be we're supposed to be in a car right now. We probably should have been in a car this whole time. This whole walk that we took, this 20 minutes of gameplay, no, 40 minutes of gameplay, including episode 1. This whole time, we probably could have gotten here in about a couple minutes.
This is like more than 40 minutes, dude. I think we're almost at an hour.
No, dude. We've been fucking recording the game for like 40 minutes, dude.
Oh, we're still almost an hour.
It's still leaning towards that hour mark. I'll tell you what, it's closer to an hour than it's closest to 0 minutes. I'll give you that. If we're leaning towards averages here, we're closer to the 1 hour mark.
1 hour, yeah. So
we're gonna call it an hour, huh? It's been 31 minutes. It's basically been an hour.
It's close to an hour. Well, about an hour and 31 minutes.
I'll tell you what, you ate over half the cake. You ate the whole cake. Can't believe it. Ate the whole cake.
I'm that person.
You just get elaborate.
I'm that person where if we had a cake and you and me were there and I watched you eat over half that cake, I will tell other people that you ate the whole cake.
You're over-exaggerating. No, that's actually more of an unkind word. You're a
I'm not over-exaggerating.
You're an embellisher. You're an embellisher.
I am,
embellish
but
your story a bit.
But how good is your defense going to be?
Well, it's going to be really good because I'm going to say, well, mathematically speaking, that cake was 12 slices, and
yeah,
I technically ate 7.
Who's gonna hear? What happened? What if you ate 9 slices?
Then I would tell you that 9 over 12 is equal to 3/4, which means that I ate 3/4 of that cake. And if you're going to sit there and tell people that I ate the whole cake, I'm going to call you a fucking liar.
You're going to fight me tooth and nail.
3/4 is not a whole cake. I will fight you till the end. I will fight you till the grave. We got to take that to court.
But I'm pretty goddamn close.
Yeah, but pretty close is not cutting it. Pretty close to eating a whole cake is completely different than eating a whole cake. 9 slices is 9 slices. A whole cake is a whole cake. They're two very different things.
So there's 4 people. What I mean? One guy eats 3/4 of a cake. That leaves 1/4 of a cake left for 3/4 of the people left.
Okay. You know what you call that?
So that's a 1/16 of a cake, I think, for 3 people.
Sure.
Right?
You know what happened to those 3 people?
What?
They got fucked.
Or is that an 1/8? It's an 1/8 of a cake for the last 3 people. That's what it is.
If it's a quarter of a cake split amongst 3 people, that's 0.3. You got to times both by 3, right? So, yeah. So, 1/12. Right? Yeah. 1/12 of a cake per person. Yeah.
That is, yeah, because 3 goes into 12 4 times. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple
so, yeah,
math. Everybody knows that.
You got a very funky... you got a very funky fraction that people got to work with, and that in itself is a terrible crime.
It is, yeah, sure.
You should be judged. You should be thrown in jail. You should be fined.
And you talk about how it's a terrible crime, but
you should be executed.
Let's think about this. I should be executed for eating 9 slices of cake? You don't think it's a little brash?
In the grand scheme of things.
You want to compare this to a crime? Let's compare it to a crime.
Okay.
Let's say I'm about to murder a guy, and I've got a gun in my hand.
Okay.
And I have a gun to his head.
Okay.
And I'm pulling the trigger.
Okay.
And I pull that trigger.
Right.
3/4 of the way.
Okay.
and then I stop. And then somebody else takes the gun, and they take it right from that trigger point.
Uh-huh.
And then they finish pulling it. Who's the murderer? Is it me? No. No, it's not me. I didn't pull the whole trigger. I didn't kill the guy. I might have done a lot, but I didn't kill him. I didn't murder him.
So you didn't assist the murder?
Well, you could maybe say I assisted the murder,
So
but if you're going to say that, you better say I assisted eating the cake. You can't just say that I ate the whole cake. You can call it an assist, sure. I'll give you that, but you can't say that I ate the whole cake, just like you can't say that I straight murdered that guy. You can't have both?
Okay. Okay.
You gotta admit, I'm making sense.
You're making sense. But I'm
Joke's
still
on
gonna...
you, I don't make sense, I make dollars.
I make cash, bro. I make money.
Yeah.
Dude, we're supposed to be driving right now.
We are 100% supposed to be driving right now. I'm going to make it over this hill, and then we're going to see something crazy.
So this
That's
person went on a county road to avoid traffic and ended up on a dirt road in the boondocks. Like, what's going on?
On foot. This person was going on a trip in their favorite rocket ship. And they were soaring through the skies. And they were a little Einstein. Yeah. I'm proud of you. You saw where I was going with that. Now, if you could just hold on for 1 second. Hold on.
Hold on.
I just gotta grab something real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, you're gonna grab one of your ones.
No.
I hear that crunch.
No, you don't. Crunch what?
I heard it.
Heard what? What are you talking about?
Eating M&Ms, you fat asshole!
I am not, dude. Can you stop making shit up? You're gonna scare everybody.
What are you doing?
I'm thinking.
You're thinking with crunch?
I'm thinking about how much I hate you.
I'm gonna go get ice cream.
No. You can't. There's no time.
There's no time. There's no time in this game, dude. We're low on time.
I'm telling you right now, the minute that you go up to get ice cream, something crazy is going to happen in game.
I know.
As a matter of fact, maybe you should go get ice cream. Just to make something happen.
I think I'm going to have to.
I got to say, too, the scenery is getting worse and worse as time goes on. It's like the game is giving me nothing to work with here. What should we talk about? Oh, there's some trees out there. Oh, the sky.
We should talk about how I'm going to go get some ice cream right now.
Okay, go get ice cream. Leave me alone with these fuckwads. That's fine.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I love you all.
Yeah, you happy, guys? You happy now? Just you and me. This is awesome, huh? This is what you guys wanted, huh? You know who recommended this game to me? Goffe. John Hollows. He said, play Fears to Fathom, bro. He said, it's a good game, bro. It's going to be really spooky. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great content. You and Jared are going to love it. People are going to want to watch it. It's going to be awesome. Love that scary content, dude. You should play it. Well, guess what, Goffe? I'm playing it. This game's shit. Nothing's happened. I've been walking for 40 minutes. The scenery sucks. It's getting worse and worse. The road is getting worse. The quality. I was on a highway. I was on an interstate. And then I go to a dirty wood bridge. I cross that shit, thinking I'm going to find something cool on the other side. I get to the other side. No. Nothing. You know what I found? Nothing. Whole lot of bullshit.
Okay, I'm back.
I see one Hi, Jared.
Nothing crazy happened, huh?
Actually, there's this UFO, and it came down and it beamed up like a bunch of cows, and they were all... they were all like all over the place. It was nuts, and I was like, oh my god, it's crazy. And then it zoomed off, and that's it. They were like, you know, like they were all like being sucked away. So
yeah, like cows.
Getting like
there's being cows.
Yeah, there's being cows. Total cows, kind of like you eating some ice cream. You fucking cow.
My mint chip. Halo
You
top
got mint
ice
chip?
cream.
You got mint chip?
Mint chip.
Oh,
Halo top.
Dude, where was the mint chip when I came to visit you?
Nowhere, dude. I got it now.
Why? Why do you get my favorite ice cream when I'm not there?
Well,
You dick.
now I know, so I'm gonna get it. Next time you come out.
You better. I'm not coming out again.
So good.
Yeah, I bet it is. Enjoy it, piece of shit. You deserve it.
Oh, I am enjoying it so much.
Yeah, I hope it's good. It's great. I'm happy for you. I really am. You know what I would enjoy?
A car.
A car. I would enjoy a car, or just for like literally anything to happen.
Hello, please scare us.
Abracadabra. Have you been seeing the trend on TikTok where it's like people just using like the tiniest shit as wands, and they like do that Voldemort spell that he does, and they say it all fucking
My girlfriend showed
all
me.
weird.
There's some funny ones, yeah.
like they say it like weirder and weirder every time they say it. It's
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, the boy who lives,
The boy who
has come to die.
has come to die. Yeah, I guess he makes like weird noises and he holds the wand all weird, so
Yeah.
I quit watching Harry Potter after like I quit watching after like the third movie when I was a kid, so I don't know the lore very well.
Really? They got really good. I felt like they kept getting better. The originals were like... I mean, the originals were great at the time, but it feels like going back and watching them, the child actors are a little like...
It's not like Lord of the Rings where you could go back and watch Lord of the Rings and it's still like really good.
Yeah, I mean, like a little bit. I like Harry Potter. Even the originals, I feel like still have a magic to them. They do. Like they're still good movies, but you could just really tell with like the child actors that they were child actors. Like they're not like, you know. I feel like, dude, as time has gone on, the bar has been set so much higher that if you're a child actor and you're not a good actor, people are gonna shit on you.
There's shit all over you.
You have to be as good of an actor or an actress as a grown man or woman to make it as like an actual legitimate child actor, it feels like in this day and age.
Right.
The bar was much lower back then. It was okay because you were a kid. You didn't have to be a good actor. Nope, not anymore.
So you're basically
I'm not
saying,
convinced, kid. I'm not convinced that you're that kid.
I'm not convinced that you're a wizard.
I don't think that's how you really feel, Harry.
You're
I don't think
supposed
that's
to
how
be a
you
wizard,
feel.
Harry.
Because it looks here like you're trying to master a spell, But I can tell in your head you're wondering when the next break is so you can eat some hors d'oeuvres. You're on a fucking set, and I could tell that you're on a set because you're just a kid. Terrible actor.
Disgusting performance. So basically you're talking shit. You're saying Daniel Radcliffe is a bad actor.
Terrible actor.
Yeah.
No, he got better. As he grew older, I felt like, yeah, he did. No, he did.
Yeah.
Because he grew up doing it and just like, became a better actor.
Yeah,
I felt like as he got older, he learned. And,
yeah. But first he was shit.
No, I'm not saying they were shit. I'm just saying.
First he was shit.
I'm just saying that with older movies, with child actors, some of them were really, really good. Some of them were like not the best. And I get it. They're like a child. Yes, I'm not saying that you could put a Hogwarts hat on me right now and that I would be the best wizard of all time. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But that's not my job because I'm not an actor. So I don't need to be good at that.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
I'm not saying that I would be because I'm not. What do I know? I don't know shit. I've never acted. I don't know anything about it. I've never been in Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Slytherin.
You've acted in your own self-produced YouTube videos.
I have, and they were god tier. It was the best acting I think I've ever seen on YouTube.
Right.
But that's besides the point.
Uh-huh.
No, those were horrible. We're terrible actors. Like, when you really think about it, we're really bad. I mean, like, we could use practice, but well, I'm sure we get better. But yeah, we're we're bad.
I think we're definitely better than some people.
We're better than Daniel Radcliffe as a kid.
Hey, Daniel Radcliffe as a kid made a lot of money. He was pretty successful.
Yeah, we sure as fuck weren't.
No. But we had normal childhoods.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself. I think you had quite the normal childhood. And
bro,
it's much better than Daniel Radcliffe's, probably, you would say.
I didn't have a normal childhood, dude. I remember there was one time where, like, I grew up going to church. You know, my mom would take me to church every Sunday, make me go to church and youth groups and stuff like that. And there was one time where with the entire youth group, during the season of Christmas, we went to a hospice care. Like, a
hospital?
It was like an old folks home.
An old home.
But it was like pretty much hospice. Like, they were so old, like brink of death.
That's how I worked in an old person home recently, and it was the same thing.
Yeah. And I remember we walked in, and it like scarred the shit out of me. Like, it was, I just had never seen anything like that before. Just these old, sickly people, and like the building just absolutely reeked. It just had this like horrible stench that made me sick to my stomach. It just made me feel ill. And like the old people would have like baby dolls and stuff that they would hold on to because like for some reason, you know, like they have like dementia, just all kinds of shit, and giving them like these baby dolls for some reason, like in their mind, would like comfort them in like a weird way. And I already had like a fear of dolls and shit like that. Like, they already creeped me out. So all that combined, it was like my worst nightmare, and I had a crazy anxiety attack about it, and I had to leave. Like, I couldn't take it. I had to leave. And I remember that night I vented to my mom about it, and she came back into my room late at night to scare the fuck out of me and pretended to be like an old person. And then I kept telling her, it's not funny. And I'm terrified. And she would look at me and she'd be like, I see old people. I was like, it's not funny, Mom. I'm fucking scared. All right? She got the biggest kick out of it, dude. She thought it was hilarious. That has scarred me to this day.
That's insane. Mom is funny.
Fucking, she's an asshole.
That's yeah, we just worked. Me and the guy I work with worked at this old person's home recently to do some venting in an attic, and when we had to walk through it, you know, they're still kind of COVID alert, so wore our masks and went through. But man, talk about depressing. Like, there's like just people in wheelchairs just sitting in the hallway, and they're like playing wheelchair wheelies, but like,
oh my god,
they're playing at like -5 miles an hour. The guy's like trying to push his wheelchair, and he's moving so slow. They had like a little TV room where they had like movies, and it's just like all these older people sitting in the room. They're like passed out, sleeping, and it's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that my grandpa has dementia now?
No, you didn't tell me. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he actually kind of remembered me the last time we were visiting California. He kind of remembered, he knew that Katie was my girlfriend, but I don't think he was able to remember our names. Because like when I saw him, he called me like stranger. And in a funny way, it's like somewhere in his mind it must be like he knew who I was, but he couldn't remember my name. It's like pretty,
right.
It's so scary, dude. Like I think about like, it's just such a scary thing to like think about, like how it could happen to us. But
it could happen to anyone, right?
Right.
Yeah. Man, this episode really took a nice positive turn, huh?
It's good to talk about because I'm sure plenty of people have a similar experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the people watching probably have dementia.
I hate it so much.
Too soon. No, like really, that I mean, that does suck. Don't get me wrong.
No, yeah, the last time,
it is scary.
The last time I talked to him, I talked about her music and stuff too, and I honestly don't think I'll ever forget this until the day I die, because I was like, this was a couple months ago. This was like before Christmas of 21. I would say like around the time that you and Daniel visited, so like October 21. I think I talked to my grandma and my grandpa, and grandpa still, you know, he wasn't struggling. It was like a good day he had because he was having like bad days and good days, I guess, according to my grandma. And I was telling them how I've been like working on my music more and stuff, and one day I want to be able to show them my body of work, and hopefully they'd be proud. And I talked to my grandpa about it, and I knew my grandpa is a big fan of the Eagles, the bands, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't think my music is as good as the Eagles, because you know when you talk to an older generation, I don't really know how to talk to an older generation. So when I tell them like I'm making music, like I don't want to tell them like what I'm making, because I don't think they have any idea of different genres, you know, shit. So they just be like confused. And my God, we're in the desert. Where are we going? And I told him that, and then he was like, you know what? I've listened to those guys plenty of times. You know, I've heard the Eagles. I want to listen to Jared's music. I want to hear what he has. And that's like always like, ever since you told me that, that's like really been a deep quote like in my brain now. Like hearing what my grandpa told me. Like he wants to hear what Jared has to say, not what he doesn't want to hear a Eagles copycat, you know?
Right.
Which I thought was really moving.
Yeah, that is really moving. And like, so like theoretically, how do you think it would make you feel if you were able to show him your music and he was listening to it and he's like, you know, like kind of bobbing his head, kind of like snapping his fingers a little bit, and you can kind of tell he's like really like listening to it, like really getting into it, and then he takes his earphones out and he tells you the Eagles are better. Like, how would that make you feel?
I'd say, yeah, Eagles are better, Grandpa.
And that's his last words. That's the last thing. That's the last thing he says to you. It's so dark. I'm sorry.
And then he passes away right after it.
I don't know why. It's so wrong. I'm sorry. I only say it because I know you're the only person I know that I can joke around like that with, and you're not gonna take offense to it.
He says, "Eagles are better," and then he dies,
and then flatline. Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't think that's not gonna happen, but you know, just theoretically,
it could. It could happen.
Oh man.
No, I like how you're not afraid to ask this question. Because you lost your grandpa quite a bit ago, in like a sad way.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
Right.
I really loved my grandpa, and then he died, and that wasn't cool.
Well, he died because you were in boot camp, so you couldn't even. Wasn't that what happened? Weren't you in boot camp and then he passed away?
Because of the sadness of me leaving for boot camp. It killed him. And I've had to live with that.
So it's your fault. So it's your fault he died.
I've had to live with that. Yeah. No, it's not my fucking fault. But yeah, he did die when I was at boot camp. So I mean, that was kind of shitty because I was already going through like a really shitty, hard time, and then that happened, and then I was like, oh man. So like, I got to deal with that, but then like I also got to go get yelled at in 20 minutes. So like,
I got to go get yelled at and then be forced to physically exert myself.
Yeah, okay. I got to go get yelled at and then exercise right after hearing about my grandfather's passing, who I genuinely loved, admired, and respected. Like, literally one of the people I probably looked up to the most in my life.
Yeah.
But the good news is he never told me my music was shit like your grandpa did. So, so at least I have that. Yeah, at least I got that going for me.
Got that going for you. Just keep that in mind, champ.
I always try to look at the bright side. Yeah. At least I'm not Jared.
We're in a fucking desert. So now what?
I'm pretty sure the game's over. I think we lost. We also got a text from Mom that we never really actually got. I don't know. I still.
Where are we?
I still couldn't tell you where Mom's text went because I have no idea. I still am texting my dad saying, "Why you being weird?" We got no cell service, so we're not gonna get any texts even if we wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm done. That's the end of the episode. I don't want to do this anymore.
What the fuck happened?
I'm gonna tell Goffe that his recommendation was shit.
Goffe, you're done. Unsubscribe, Goffe.
This game was garbage, dude. We played it totally right too, from the beginning all the way to here. And this is what we get for playing the game right.
We did exactly what the game wanted us to do, and it didn't give us any scary moments. We just talked about our grandpas dying and stuff.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dude. We had the saddest episode of Sweet Boys ever during an episode that's supposed to scare people and be, like, entertaining.
Good job,
nice.
Goffe. Good job.
This is your fault, Goffe.
I hope you feel good, Goffe.
Jared's grandpa has dementia, and it's all your fault. And you're the reason you were at boot camp with me, and you're probably the reason my grandpa died too. And I don't want to point the finger.
Shame on you.
I really don't want to point the finger, but this is kind of all your fault. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Please don't hate us after this. You saw a really genuine side of us there for a minute. If you liked the video, please leave a like. We greatly appreciate it. Please leave a comment if you have any stories you want to share as well. That'd be awesome. We'd love to read it. And if you're not already subscribed, then subscribe for more of this. And that's all we got. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace and love.
See you later, everybody.